high up in the sky as well. In this video, we're diving into some of the most common and alarming animal-related incidents involving airplanes, featuring heart-pounding moments when animals collide with aircraft. You won't want to miss it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so we can keep bringing you thrilling content like this. Now, let's dive in. Picture this. You're comfortably seated on an airplane, cruising through the sky when suddenly, a flock of birds appears, flying perilously close. Before you have time to even react, disaster strikes in an instant. A loud bang suddenly erupts. Boom! The airplane shakes violently, and fire and smoke fill the air, leaving you confused and unsure of what just happened. What you're witnessing is the aftermath of a serious bird strike. Surprisingly, these incidents aren't as rare as they may seem. Every year, bird strikes cause damage totaling up to $1.5 billion for the global aviation industry. In the United States alone, they account for nearly one-third of the total, with an alarming 18,000 bird strikes recorded annually. The majority, 97% of these incidents, occur at airports, usually during takeoff or landing. This makes sense as, at lower altitudes, planes often enter bird habitats. However, that doesn't mean birds can't collide with planes at higher altitudes. Some incidents have been recorded at altitudes over 9,000 meters above the ground. In fact, the highest recorded bird strike took place at 11,270 meters when a Rupel vulture collided with an aircraft over the skies of Ivory Coast. This is also the highest altitude at Imagine this. When a bird strikes an aircraft engine, it's like a force of nature. The bird gets sucked into the intake and disappears in an instant. Jet engines require massive amounts of air, and the fans in these engines can spin up to 20,000 RPM. As the bird moves deeper into the engine, it encounters smaller and faster-moving parts like the fan blades and cutting blades, accelerating with intense force. If a sufficiently large bird gets caught in the front fan, the engine doesn't just suffer damage, it could lose all power. And if the strike is powerful enough, it could shut down the engine completely, posing an immense risk to the flight. Further damage. In fact, bird strikes are surprisingly common, but the majority don't lead to catastrophic accidents. Airplanes are designed with resilience, and pilots are trained to handle situations where one engine might fail. However, that doesn't make bird strikes any less alarming. Imagine this. You're cruising through the air, high above the clouds, when suddenly a bird strikes the windshield. Though the likelihood of such an event causing serious damage is small, it is certainly a startling moment for those on board. Aircraft windshields are incredibly strong and designed to withstand significant impact. But the sudden jolt is enough to make you question just how powerful nature can be. Safe. And the event became known as the Miracle on the Hudson. While the pilots handled the situation flawlessly, this incident showcased the unpredictable dangers of bird strikes and the remarkable safety engineering that allows aircraft to still function under extreme conditions. But what happens when smaller birds crash into parts of the aircraft or collide with the windscreen? These strikes are often less severe, but can still cause significant damage. Even smaller birds can create surprising risks for pilots, impacting visibility or aerodynamics, which is why airports often deploy various wildlife management strategies. One major method used is bird control, techniques that employ sound cannons, trained birds of prey, or other scare tactics to keep birds away from takeoff and landing areas. Such measures are necessary to reduce the chance of collisions, but despite efforts to reduce these risks, the potential for bird strikes remains a constant challenge in the world of aviation. Each year, millions are spent trying to minimize the costs of these accidents, both monetary and, in rare cases, tragic. The presence of birds near airports. These radar systems help track flocks of birds and provide critical information to pilots so they can avoid potential collisions. In extreme cases, airports may even use trained birds of prey, such as falcons or hawks, to scare off smaller birds, reducing the chances of strikes. As technology advances, the aviation industry continues to make strides in reducing the risk of bird strikes. Efforts are constantly evolving, aiming for an even safer flight experience. While bird strikes still occur, the risks to aircraft and passengers have decreased thanks to these innovations. It's clear that with the combination of training, cutting-edge radar systems, and various deterrent methods, the aviation industry has put measures in place to keep the skies safer. Yet still, bird strikes remain a reminder of the unpredictable challenges planes can face in flight. In the future, the most effective solution will continue to be avoiding flight routes that overlap with bird migration paths. However, as long as birds and airplanes share the sky, the risk of a collision will always exist. Take a look at this situation where a plane is preparing to land on a natural runway area. What happens next will leave you on the edge of your seat. Sound of plane engine. Oh, sound of crash. It's a terrifying moment, showing just how unpredictable these collisions can be. Music transitions. That's all for today's video. We hope it provided both insight and excitement. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on more fascinating and impactful stories like these. Future content. If you liked this video, please support us by watching other videos on the channel and clicking the notification bell so you don't miss new uploads. Thank you, and see you in our next video.